Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 66, where the Rangers win 5-4 in overtime over the Buffalo Sabres in a game that was almost interesting if you disregard the fact that it was terrifying that we almost lost to the Sabres. In a game where after the first 4 minutes you think, wow, the Rangers are going to run away with another one, and then they go, no. So because there were so many of them, let's just try to buzz through the goals real quick. First one, Rangers face off in our zone. We win it. Kreider gets the puck. He heads out with a 2-on-2 with Frank Vatrano. And man, oh man, Vatrano with a shot from outside the face-off circle. A absolute snipe. And the Rangers go up 1-0. Then immediately following that goal, it's puck drop at center ice, and Vatrano and Skinner kind of start jawing at each other. Skinner takes a slash at Vatrano. He falls off balance. He takes a shove back at Skinner, and they keep jawing. The refs intervene. They keep jawing. Then it's the puck in the defensive zone for the Sabres. They play it out into the neutral zone, and then Frank Vanatra goes beep beep, steals the puck, cruises into the Sabres zone, and a beauty to score. That's his second goal in 18 seconds, and the Rangers take a 2-0 lead. And after that second Frank Vatrano goal, that would mark the start of something for the Rangers that would continue for the rest of this game, which would be massive stretches of inconsistency. Chunks of the game would go by, like 5-minute to 10-minute chunks where the defense and offense would just be rolling. No shots at all, really, let alone high danger ones, and the Rangers would be pouring shots on in the offensive zone. And then get it? I'm saying they would disappear. Under 2 minutes to play in the first period. Rangers just cannot get it out of our defensive zones. Sabres keep passing it around. And, excuse me, Jacob, what is this? What are you defending? Why is Asplund that open? Georgiev almost makes a beautiful save, but the key word is almost, and that only counts in horse grenades and hand shoes, so we leave the first period and the Rangers lead 2-1. Then, early in the second period, 2 minutes in, just a hair over, it's in our defensive zone, Sabres controlling the puck, Will Butcher gets it, and a shot where you'd kind of like Georgiev to stop that, because, look, he was pretty well open, but it was from a distance where you got a clear look at it. You really would just like Georgiev to get that one, and now it's tied to a piece. And then a few minutes after that, and this is another goal that, if you're Alexander Georgiev, you just can't allow this. Kyle Okposo comes into the offensive zone. Now, granted, he did turnstile Adam Fox, which, oddly enough, is almost becoming a theme recently, and I don't like it. But Georgiev, the 5-hole is wide open, man. Thankfully, a few minutes after that, the Rangers would tie it up. It's in our defensive zone. We play it out. It's Hedel, Brzezinski, and Laffy on it. They head in on this, partial 3-on-2, I would say. It's really like a 3-on-3. And Hedel has the puck. A beautiful centering pass for Lafreniere. It goes forehand, and a gorgeous backhand to score. That is 6 straight games with a point for Alexis Lafreniere, and the Rangers tie it at 3 apiece. That wasn't even the only point Laffy would have tonight. And then, for a while, like another 10 minutes or so, the Rangers run into another proverbial wall where they just kind of get a couple of ho-hum shots, but nothing really deadly. And the defense is okay, but it's more so that the Sabres just can't really get the puck and bring it into our zone for sustained time. Just a hair under 4 minutes into the third period. Rangers, it's a face-off in the offensive zone. We win it. Kopp gets it, passes to Jacob Trouba on the blue line. He takes a shot. It's stopped by Anderson, but Panarin jumps on the rebound and scores a beaut to make it a 4-3 Rangers lead. That lead would be erased, however, on a power play goal by the Sabres due to a Patrick Nemeth high stick. And on this Sabres goal, I'd like to take a moment to talk about play design, because this seems like a set play cruising into the offensive zone for the Buffalo Sabres. And in the moment, I was like, man, Jacob Trouba kind of wet the bed on this play. And then I watch it back a few times, and I go, this is just a near perfect set play by the Buffalo Sabres. You have Rasmus Dahlin coming in with Jeff Skinner, and you look at where Keandre Miller is, you look at where Jacob Trouba is. If he commits fully to Jeff Skinner, Dahlin's just going to easily score this. And he tried to commit to Dahlin and get ready for him to come in, and because of that, Skinner was left wide open. I'm not going to get too mad at the defenseman or Georgiev for this because, A, it is on a power play, and also, that's just a beautiful play design by the Sabres. And now seems a good a time as any to say this, which is, I kind of threw fire in the intro of this video at the Buffalo Sabres, but man, they've been pretty damn good as of late. In the past 8 games, they are 5-1-2, and the 2 overtime losses they have were against the Capitals and the Rangers, who are 2 teams that are both in the playoffs. Meanwhile, their 5 wins are against Vegas, a playoff team, Toronto, a playoff team, Calgary, a very good playoff team, Vancouver, who's only 3 points out of a playoff spot, Pittsburgh, a playoff team. They said it on the broadcast a few times, and I couldn't agree more. You're not going to mentally beat the Sabres. You have to play through every single whistle from minute 1 to minute 60 playing against them, because they just keep coming and don't stop. The Sabres do not yet have the talent or players to compete for a playoff spot, but man oh man, do they have the mentality to. And you can see that mentality in the third period, where the Rangers outshoot them 10-2, but in under 10 to play in said third period, the Sabres are the ones that find a way to tie it up. And now let's talk about easily the most fun part of the game, the overtime winner. The Sabres have it in their defensive zone, and they try to play it out. The players on the ice for the Rangers are Andrew Copp, Alexis Lafreniere, and Keandre Miller. Copp with a gorgeous steal in the neutral zone to get the puck and start carrying in with Alexis Lafreniere. It's almost a 2-on-1, and he passes over to Alexis Lafreniere. Now, although it was a bit of a 2-on-1, he did have 2 players relatively close to him, and he was getting pressured, so it was not a very good pass. Lafreniere is not going to get it and be able to shoot. He has to reach back for it, and no, it's like, all right, I'm not getting a shot off here. He doesn't panic. He calmly collects the puck, waits, and then passes to Keandre Miller, who comes cruising in, and boy, oh boy, what a shot. Keandre Miller, the overtime winner, his first career overtime winner. And something that I think is kind of neat, Keandre Miller's first overtime winner was assisted on by Alexis Lafreniere, whose first career goal was an overtime winner against the Buffalo Sabres. So I already mentioned it, the Rangers played very inconsistently tonight. Long stretches where they'd be great and they'd pour on shots and the defense would be solid as a rock. And then other times where they would just seemingly not even try. But let's just, you know what, you win. So let's talk about the positives. Second pair, Trouba and Keandre Miller. I thought they played really well tonight. Beautiful couple of plays by Jacob Trouba, specifically defensively tonight, that saved goals. And Keandre Miller, obviously, star of the game, first star of the game specifically, with the OT winner. Deadline additions, Frank Vatrano and Andrew Copp have, been ridiculous since becoming Rangers. Andrew Copp has 5 points in 3 games since becoming a Ranger, and Vatrano has 4 goals in 6 games since becoming a Ranger. Which is even funnier when you think about the fact that everyone saw what the Rangers did at the deadline and considered it a horrific deadline, myself included. Maybe not horrific, but I didn't think it was good or anything. I thought it was mediocre. And instead, they pick up 2 guys that just refuse to stop scoring. Speaking of refuse to stop scoring, and I'm so happy I can say this name for this segment, Alexis Lafreniere, 6 straight games with a point, 7 points in his last 6. Boy, oh boy, has he come to life. And again, tonight, same thing that I said in the last game. Yeah, scoring points on the first line is handy, but you're just a setup man. Now he's scoring the goals. A beautiful finish in the last game, a beautiful finish tonight in this game, and a gorgeous assist to set up Keandre Miller for the OT winner. So you look at a game that you win 5-4 over a team that's pretty well out of the playoff contention in overtime, and you could be down on it, or you could just go, hey, it was sloppy, but at least you escaped with the 2 points, and that's what I'm going to do. There were issues. Hopefully you can fix them. The next game is against Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh as well. That's on Tuesday, and that is the first game of a back-to-back. The second one's going to be against Detroit, in Detroit, so a back-to-back with travel on the road. That'll be fun. So I'll be here Tuesday evening to talk about that game. So that is all I have to say for the evening. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.